Special input episode. What questions do you have for these upcoming guests?
Welcome to the Doctor's Mentor Show. If you believe that medicine is an industry and not a profession, if you enjoy submitting complex reimbursement claims, or you would do another residency just for fun, be advised, you're about to be offended. You should probably leave now.
All this talk about mentoring doctors is ridiculous. I thought doctors learned to do everything better than everyone else the first year of medical school. At least that's the way they act.
If you love assisting patients with vitality breakthroughs, if the right to practice medicine without interference is important, and you want expert tips for practice freedom and profits to support your epic life, welcome aboard and prepare to be blown away. The Doctor's Mentor Show starts now. Here's your host, Dr. Lori Barr.
Now that the Doctor's Mentor Show is in its third season, and with the changes in the podcast options for listening, I'm experimenting with some new features. One of them is this, the periodic call for your input. I want to know specific questions you would like my scheduled guests to answer when I interview them for the show. Here goes the first special input episode. I'm interviewing Dr. Cyntrell Crawford later this week for an upcoming episode of the Doctor's Mentor Show. I've known Dr. Cyntrell for the past year, and I'm so excited that she's granting me an interview following the release of her book, The Urge Fix Recovery Guide. While I've prepared my own list of questions, I'd love for you to ask yours as well. So please take a moment, go to thedoctorsmentor.com, and send me a voice message using the tab that'll be on your right-hand side of the page with your question for Dr. Cyntrell about her superhero powers when it comes to assisting motivated professionals who are stuck with habits that no longer serve them. You see, Dr. Cyntrell is a psychiatrist who specializes in addiction recovery and who works with private individuals and corporate clients. She's successfully assisted individuals and corporate clients in fast recovery and resilience as the individual returns to maximum productivity and as he or she returns really back to life. Topics that this double-degreed lady has mastered are how to overcome the stumbling blocks in the path to life restoration after an addiction or a recovery setback occurs, quick fixes for urges that no longer serve, and corporate programs and languaging around them to assist in the support of recovering employees and leaders. Just click the button when you go to thedoctorsmentor.com that says, leave us a voicemail, and you'll be able to record your own voice there, and we'll ask your question on the show. This week, I'm also interviewing Jake Randall, the CEO and co-founder of TaxBot, for a future episode of the Doctor's Mentor Show. Now, Mr. Randall started his career doing investment banking and mergers and acquisitions. He's since started several companies in industries ranging from software to boating accessories. He's been a ghostwriter for hundreds of articles and even some books for the financial industry. His real passion, though, is helping people automate their accounting through TaxBot, which is an iPhone app or an Android app, so that they have sound documentation to support their income tax submission form selections. I've used TaxBot this past year, and I have prepared my own questions for Mr. Randall. I would love to have you ask your questions as well. Topics that Mr. Randall has expert knowledge in are accounting software automation, smartphone app development, United States income tax expense and mileage documentation, and the new tax law changes. You see, they also have TaxBot University, where you can educate yourself on every deduction and every way that you can structure things to save yourself money when it comes to absolutely legally paying the taxes you owe and absolutely documenting everything so it's an ironclad documentation that holds up if it's questioned.
There's more to explore at thedoctorsmentor.com.
All you need to do is go to thedoctorsmentor.com and simply click on the tab to the your right-hand side of the page And go ahead and click there and leave us your question in your voice, and you can hear yourself on the show. So after you leave that question, remember the next thing you'll need to do is to go to Apple Podcasts and to subscribe to the Doctor's Mentor Show so you can hear you ask the question on the show from these amazing experts. Don't want you to miss an episode, so go ahead and subscribe to the show. If you're enjoying the show, go ahead and leave us a review too. I'm Dr. Lori Barr, the Doctor's Mentor, reminding you that one idea is all it takes to change your world.
Are you stopping at a hospital? Hello? Don't you know that hospitals are one of the sickest places on the planet? Don't touch anything in there and get out as fast as you can.